Okay, so far we have already seen the simple future tense. Okay, we have already completed complete present tense and also the complete past tense. You might be aware about what are the different helping verbs we are using in which of the tenses, and also what shape of the verb we must use in different tenses like present tense and past tense. And also we have seen how what kind of helping verbs we are using in simple future tense, and you have done the assignments, and I'm damn sure that you must be pretty sure and confident about converting any sentences from present tense to past tense and past tense to present tense now. So let's deep dive into the future tense today. Okay, the formula of future continuous is S plus HV plus V1 plus ing plus O. Okay, it is as simple as that. This is the fixed formula for almost all the continuous tenses. Okay, we have to use one helping verb and we have to add ing to the first step of the verb. This is constant. This is not going to change to any of the tenses of the continuous. Okay, so always remember this. Whenever there is a continuous, we have to use one helping verb and we have to add ing to the first step of the verb. Now let us see what are the helping verbs we should use here. Here we use shall be and will be helping verbs and add ing to the first step of the verb. It is very simple, guys. In simple future tense, we were using shall and will helping verb, and here we are using shall be and will be as helping verbs, and we have to add ing to the first step of the verb. Okay, very simple to remember. If you remember the formula first, and then if you remember what are the helping verbs we are using in this particular tense, you're done with it. Okay, now let's see. With respect to singular subject and plural subject, I shall be or I will be, we will be, you will be, you will be, it can be he shall be or he will be, she shall be or she will be, it shall be or it will be, and again they will be. Don't get confused about should I use shall or should I use will. Try using will, because most of the time this has got constant now. Earlier there were terms like, okay, I have to use shall only at this particular instance. So there's nothing wrong in using will everywhere in future tense. Okay, so don't get confused with shall and will. Let us see some of the examples of future continuous tense now. I will eat a banana. In which tense it is? Smita, can you please tell me in which tense this sentence has been written?
Sir, simple future tense.
Why?
Because first shape of verb
And
and will.
very good. So here we are using will as a helping verb and eat is the first shape of the verb. That's why it is simple future tense. Okay. Now if I want to translate this sentence to future continuous tense, how it looks like. I will be eating a banana. In this sentence, we are using I is a subject, will be is a helping verb, eating is eat is first shape of the verb and adding ing to the first shape of the verb, and a banana is an object. That's why the formula says S plus HV plus V1 plus ing plus O. That's why it is future continuous tense. Okay, wherever it is continuous, you must remember that V1 helping verb will come and V1 plus ing will always be there. Okay, similarly in this sentence, he will be watching a television. Again, he is a subject, will be is a helping verb, watch is the first shape of the verb, adding ing to the first shape of the verb, and a TV is an object. So again the formula is S plus HV plus V1 plus ing plus O. Okay, future continuous tense. Smita will be cutting vegetables. Smita is a subject, will be is a helping verb, again cut. Cut is the first shape of the verb, adding ing to the first shape of the verb, and then vegetables. Okay, is an object. Subject, helping verb, adding ing to the first shape of the verb, and object equal to future continuous tense. Ketan will be doing his homework. So Ketan, what is subject here?
Ketan.
What is verb here?
Doing.
What is helping verb here?
Will be.
What is an object here?
Homework.
Awesome, Ketan. Very good. Okay. So whatever you have said is exactly correct, and hence the formula is S plus HV plus V1 plus ING plus O. Okay. That's what it is, future continuous tense. Now let us see the future tense at a glance, because we have seen simple future tense and future continuous tense now. Simple future tense, future continuous tense, future perfect tense, future perfect continuous tense. We have not yet covered these two tenses. That's why I have mentioned only these two things here. Okay. Again, in simple future tense, we have to use shall and will helping verb, and V1, the first shape of the verb, and there is no ing here. Okay. In continuous, future continuous tense, we have to use shall be and will be, and we have to use V1 and add ing to the first shape of the verb because it is continuous tense. Okay. Always remember, I'm telling you once again, wherever it is continuous tense, there has to be a helping verb, there has to be V1 plus ing. Okay, remember this. Now convert these two future continuous tense. I want you guys to convert these sentences to future continuous tense now. I have given, for your reference, I have given all the tables here. This is present tense, this is past tense, this is future tense. Okay? I'll tell you what you need to do. First, I saw a girl going into the cave. This is a little complex sentence, so don't get confused with this. First, you need to understand in which tense it has been written. So the sentence says, I saw a girl. This is the current ongoing, the process which has happened very recently. Okay, the latest process or the latest action has happened. I saw is a helping verb here, and again going is also saw is a verb here, and going is also a verb here. Okay, so you must be wondering, what should I consider it as? Should I consider saw as a verb, main verb here, or going as a main verb here? Don't get confused with that. The most recent work which has happened, that has to be the main verb. Okay, I saw a girl going into the cave. That means going into the cave have happened earlier, and seeing has happened after to that. So the main verb becomes the second work. Okay, I saw a girl. This becomes a main verb now. Going into the cave is a part of that sentence. That becomes a part of that process or sentence. Okay, the entire process says I saw a girl. Seeing a girl is itself is a process. That's a verb. And she was going into a cave. Okay, she was doing a work differently, but that has happened earlier. So first, the main verb here is saw. Okay, so if I want to understand in which tense this sentence has been framed, first we need to look out, are we using any helping verbs here? No, there are no helping verbs we are using. So in the entire, all the three tables, which are the 2 places or 3 places or 4 places where we are not using helping verbs? So we are not helping verbs side present tense, past tense and future tense. We have to look out whether are we using any helping verbs in simple present tense? No. Are we using any helping verbs in simple past tense? No, we are not using. Are we using any helping verbs in future continuous future tense? Simple future tense? Yes, we are using. That's why this sentence cannot be of future tense. Okay, so it can be this sentence might be of simple present tense or simple past tense, because we don't use helping verb here, we don't use helping verb here. Okay, now what is the next step? In order to understand in which tense it is written, we have to look out which shape of the verb we have used. Okay, I saw, see, saw, seen. Saw is the second shape of the verb. So where are we using a second shape of the verb? In simple tense. So in simple present tense, we are using first shape of the verb. In simple past tense, we are using second shape of the verb. So this sentence has been framed in simple past tense. I saw a girl going into the cave. Okay, saw is the second shape of the verb and we are not using any helping verb. I hope this is clear. Okay, now Renuka has told a moral story. First we need to understand in which tense this sentence has been framed. Okay, Renuka, I want you to tell me in which tense this sentence has been framed.
Sir, present perfect tense.
Very good, Renuka. Why?
Sir, because there is a third shape of word and helping verb is has.
Very good. Awesome. Okay. So has is a helping verb. So you need to just look out in here in this table, in all the three tables, where is has? So has is written here in the present perfect tense. Okay. Has is written here. And told, tell, told is a third shape of the verb. We are using V3. That's why whatever Renuka is said, that this is a present perfect tense is the right answer. Okay. Now if I want you to convert this sentence to future continuous tense, Renuka, can you please change this sentence to future continuous now?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, please.
Renuka will be telling a moral story.
Awesome. Very good, Renuka. I'm really happy for you. Okay.
Okay.
See what happened now? She has just replaced has helping verb with will be helping verb. What does future continuous tense says? Future continuous tense says here we use shall be or will be as a helping verb and add ing to the first shape of the verb. So you just need to take care of has helping verbs in the given sentence and change the existing verbs and add ing to that verb. Okay. So Renuka has told a moral story is a present perfect tense and Renuka replace this has with will be. Okay. Renuka will be told is the third shape of the verb. What is the first shape of the verb? Tell. That means add ing to that. Telling. That's why Renuka will be telling a moral story. That's it. It is very simple, guys. Okay. Smita, I want you to
Yes, sir.
read this sentence and I want you to tell me in which tense this sentence is written.
Sir, in simple future tense.
Shravani will dance in my marriage. Okay. This is in simple future tense. Can you please tell me why?
Helping verb is will
Hmm.
and first shape of verb.
Okay. Guys, look at this table now. Helping verb is will and dance is the first shape of the verb. That's why she said this is in simple future tense. This is perfectly correct. Now I want you to convert this sentence into future continuous tense.
Shravani will be dancing in my marriage.
Very good, Smita. Okay, this is absolutely right. So you just need to replace this will with will be. That's it. And add dance is anyway first shape of the verb, so you have to add ing to that. Shravani will be dancing in my marriage. That's it. Okay. Harshada, can you please read it out?
Yes, sir.
Okay, read this sentence and tell me in which tense it is written.
Suhana went for her dance class. The sentence is in past tense, simple past tense.
Very good, Harshada. Okay, why it is in simple past tense?
Because there is the past form of the verb and there is past form of the verb.
There is second shape of the verb, not first shape of the verb. Okay. Went, go, went, gone. Went is the second shape of the verb. You gave the answer very correctly that it is in simple past tense. Okay. So this is in simple past tense because the verb is in second form and we are not using any helping verb here. That's why it is in simple past tense. Correct. Now I want you to convert the same sentence in future continuous tense.
Suhana will be going for her dance class.
Awesome. Very good. Okay. You did it very rightly, Harshada. Sahana will be going for her dance class. Went is the second shape of the verb. So we need to convert it to the first shape. The first shape of went is go. Go, went, gone. Okay. So we need to add shall be or will be as a helping verb. We are using only these two helping verbs in future continuous tense. That's why you have added will be here. Sahana will be going for her dance class. Okay. So very easy, guys. Okay. So everybody, every one of you is doing really great here. Sakshi, I want you to read this sentence and tell me in which tense this is written.
What your parents have been.
Have been? Go ahead. Read it.
What your parents have been doing.
Correct. What your parents have been doing. In which tense this is written? Just look out which helping verb we are using here and in which table that is given. First tell me which helping verb we are using here. What is the helping verb here? What is the helping verb in this sentence? Okay, what is
Have been.
subject? Have been. Okay, what is the subject?
Parent.
Okay, your parents. And what is the verb here?
Doing.
Okay, so where we use have been as a helping verb? In which tense we use have been as a helping verb?
Perfect continuous tense.
Very good. Okay, so we are using have been helping verb in perfect continuous tense. Which perfect continuous tense? Present perfect continuous tense, past perfect continuous tense, or future perfect continuous tense? Look at the table. Have been is a helping verb which we use in present perfect continuous tense, and we are using do. Do is the first shape of the verb, and we are adding ing to it. That's why this sentence has been framed in present perfect continuous tense.
Continuous tense.
You should tell completely. It is not only perfect continuous tense. It is present perfect continuous tense. Okay. Now I want you to convert this sentence into future continuous tense.
Future continuous.
Yes, please do that. Just replace the existing helping verb with the helping verb that you should use in future continuous tense. What are the helping verbs you should use in future continuous tense?
What your parents shall be
Okay.
doing.
Okay. It should be will be. Okay. It should be
Yes.
will be. What your parents will be doing. Right?
Yes, sir.
Is this clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. Thank you so much. Varuni,
Yes, sir.
read this sentence and tell me in which tense it is written.
You will do it.
Very good, Varuni. I want you to convert this sentence into past perfect tense. Okay, first tell me which helping verb are we using it? Why did you say that it's in simple future tense?
Because the helping verb is will.
Okay, and we are using first shape of the verb here, correct?
Yes, sir.
Now tell me what is the helping verb we should use in past perfect tense?
You will be doing it.
I'm saying past perfect tense. In which, what is the helping verb that we should use in past perfect tense? Look at the table and tell me in past perfect tense what is the helping verb we should use. You are able to see, are you able to see the past tense table there? It's there?
Yes, sir.
So are you able to figure out where is past perfect tense now?
Yes, sir.
And what is the helping verb we have to use there?
Had.
Then you have to replace the existing helping verb with had now, correct?
Yes, sir.
And which shape of the verb we should do? We should use here in past perfect tense. Which shape of the verb we should use?
V3.
V3. That means third shape of the verb. What is the third shape of do? Do, did,
Doing.
done. Do, did, done. Okay. Varuni, I'm telling you one more time. If you guys are not familiar or if you guys are not knowing the three shape of the verb, all the three shape of the verb, then you will make a mistake. You will continue to make a mistake. Okay. So please memorize all the three shapes of the verbs of all the verbs, whichever any number of verbs you can do with that. Okay, so please memorize as many verbs as possible in all the three forms. Will you do that, please? Varuni?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now convert this sentence into past perfect tense.
You had done it.
Correct. You had done it. Very good, Varuni. Now I want you to convert the same sentence in future continuous tense. Which
You will be doing it.
very good, Varuni. You are absolutely right. Now I want you to convert the same sentence into simple present tense.
You do it.
Correct. I want you to convert the same sentence into past perfect continuous tense now.
You had been doing it.
Correct. Okay, very good, Varuni. Isn't it simple?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good, Varuni. Thank you so much. Ketan,
Yes, sir.
read the sentence, please.
Bhagat Singh lives in our hearts. Bhagat
Awesome.
Singh lives in our hearts.
Very good. In which tense this sentence has been written?
Simple present tense.
Very good, Ketan. Why?
Why? Because there is only V1.
Okay, we are using only V1 and there are no helping verbs in this sentence. Now I want you to convert this sentence into simple future tense. Guys, all of you can write down these things. Whenever I say something,
Bhagat Singh
Okay.
will live in our hearts.
Very good. Awesome, Ketan. You did it very nicely. Bhagat Singh will live in our hearts. Okay. So you have replaced lives with will. You have used this will as helping verb and you have used first shape of the verb as live. Okay. Thank you so much, Ketan. You are doing really great. Next, Smita.
Yes, sir.
I want you to read the sentence and tell me in which tense this has been written.
I am feeling proud about India.
Okay, very good. Are you feeling proud about India?
Yes, sir.
Very good. So in which tense this is written?
Present continuous tense.
Why?
Because helping verb is am
Okay.
and feel is first shape of word, adding ing to it.
Okay, very good. Correct. Okay. Now I want you to convert this to past continuous tense.
I was feeling proud about India.
Very good. You have just replaced am helping verb with was and kept feeling as it is because we have to use, since it is also continuous tense, you have used first shape of the verb and added ing to it. That's it. Now I want you to convert this tense to present perfect tense.
I have
Correct. I have
felt
felt is the third shape of verb. Feel, felt is the third shape of the verb.
Felt proud about India.
Very good. Okay. Now I want you to convert this sentence into past perfect continuous tense.
I had been
Correct.
feeling proud about India.
Very good. Now I want you to convert the same sentence into simple future tense.
I will feel proud about India.
Very good. Here we have to use will as a helping verb to convert this sentence into simple future tense and use first shape of the verb. I will feel proud about India. Okay. Now I want you to convert the same sentence into future continuous tense.
I will be feeling proud about India.
Awesome. Okay. Isn't it simple?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Who want to go next? Anybody? I want you guys to volunteer. Whoever you want. Okay. Whoever wants to go for this. Anybody? Okay, Ketan, go ahead.
Sir, I respecting my teachers.
Okay, in which tense this sentence is written?
Past perfect continuous tense.
Why past perfect continuous tense?
Why? Because helping verb is had been.
Very good. And what did you do again? What else is telling you that this sentence is in past
TF
perfect?
with ing.
Very good. So had been is a helping verb. Here it is written, and respect is the first shape of the verb, and we are adding ing to the first shape of the verb. That's why this sentence is framed in past perfect continuous tense. Now I want you to convert this sentence into future continuous tense.
I will be respecting my teachers.
Very good, Ketan. You are doing really awesome, Ketan. Thank you so much. Okay, really happy for you. Okay, so I think we have done pretty much today. So let me see what next is there. Okay, so we have come to your 11th assignment. Your 11th assignment is very simple, guys. Okay, now please look at this very carefully, and I want all of you to complete your 11th assignment without fail. Okay, if you want to proceed further, if you want to get a good hold of all the tenses till now, so you have to complete this assignment without fail. Now, what is your 11th assignment? Write 2 sentences each in all the 4 tenses of present tense and past tense. That means you have to write 2 sentences of simple present tense, you have to write 2 sentences of present continuous tense, you have to write 2 sentences of present perfect continuous tense, and you have to write 2 sentences of present perfect continuous tense. Similarly, you have to do it for past tense also. Okay, and you have to convert all those sentences in simple future tense and simple future continuous tense. Okay, this is the first point of your 11th assignment. Second, you have to share the assignment with your accountability partner and get the feedback.